photographer TJ6-3.7. Let's begin. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Recite your baseline.
A system of frames of the yellow mirrorless began to spin. A system of frames interlinked within frames interlinked within frames interlinked within one stem. Frames dreadfully distinct against the dark.
Frames. Does your camera make frames? Frames. Do you use natural frames? Frames. Interlinked. Are technology and creative interlinked? Interlinked. Japan and photography are interlinked? Interlinked. Within frames interlinked. Why don't you say that 3 times?
Within frames interlinked. Within frames interlinked. Within frames interlinked.
We're done. You can pick up your mirrorless.
Thank you. Tokyo is my favorite city in the world. For a long time, my favorite city was Queenstown, New Zealand, but as of this date, as of this moment right now, I'm calling it Tokyo, Japan. I love a lot of things about Tokyo, and I'm gonna do my best to summarize them all here. But first, this isn't really what Tokyo sounds like. It sounds a little bit more like this. I wanted to do interviews with everyone that helped make this show happen as part of the final episode, but because we can't leave our homes, I had everyone recorded on their phone.
The thing that I absolutely love about Japan is the fact that everyone gives you your space there. Everyone you walk by on the street or you interact with on a train is very respectful and very aware of your social bubble and gives you that space that you need. Even though it's such a dense population in such a small area, I've never felt crowded or claustrophobic. I always felt like I was able to breathe.
The thing I love most about Japan is probably driving go-karts around Shinjuku dressed like Yoshi. Actually, no, it's going to restaurants and catching fish and then eating that fish raw as sushi. No, it's actually probably going 300 kilometers an hour on a train from Tokyo to Kyoto. But then I think about the people and the culture, and everybody seems so respectful. Yet at the same time, it creates this crazy Basozuku car culture. Maybe it's just the fact that Japan is a completely other place in the world, and it feels so unique and so wonderful, and doing business there is so respectful and so calm and so different from everything I've ever experienced in North America. I love Japan.
We're here at the Nikon Museum in Tokyo, and this is a museum that I wish I would have come to a long time ago. They have every single Nikon camera and every single Nikon lens here. They even have some very obscure and interesting lenses that I did not know existed or that I haven't seen in real life ever. Definitely worth the trip. Even if you're not a Nikon shooter, I would say to come to this museum. It's really cool. Photographically, Japan is really an incredible country. While we don't have time to show you absolutely everywhere in this country, I am going to take you south to Nagasaki for a moment. Off the coast, there is an abandoned island nicknamed Battleship Island because, well, it looks like a battleship. For a long time, this island was a coal mine, but as petroleum replaced coal in Japan in the 1960s, there was no longer a need for it. Everyone left in 1974, but photographically, this island is now a place like no other. When you think of Japanese cuisine, you might think of sushi or whiskey or many other things. You might not think of convenience store food, but the convenience store culture here is real, and there is a lot of delicious food inside this Lawson Station. There's actually a convenience store that started in Ohio and then got sold to Japan somehow, and there's a lot of them here. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna get some delicious red chicken, and we're gonna get some Coolish, which is a Capri Sun style milkshake, soft serve in a bag, and an egg sandwich. Here it is. Coolish is Marshall's favorite thing in the world. We buy him about 100 of them every time we come here, and he eats them and they give him his camera powers. Over here, we're gonna find, there's no full egg sandwich. We made a mistake and we came here at lunch. So the egg sandwich that you want is this half, but I don't really want a tuna sandwich because I'm allergic to tuna, sadly. I just want 2 of these. I might have to go to another Lawson's. 2 red chicken. There you go, $6, lunch for 2 people, and dessert from Marshall. Let's go have our lunch. The rest of the world has a lot to learn about convenience stores. It's been quite some time, but we finally located a Lawson's egg sandwich. And as you can see, they've cut the crusts off, which is a nice touch. Looks pretty simple. It's just perfect. It's a perfect sandwich. Want half of this?
No, I hate them.
You hate these?
I hate them.
How do you hate these?
Oh, it's awful.
Have you had them?
I just, egg salad.
No, have one, have one. No, seriously. I'm filming you, your reaction to it. Right? It's really good. You hate egg salad sandwiches and you love the Lawson's egg sandwich.
What is that about? There isn't even mayo in it.
You're a believer now.
Top 3 things I really enjoy about Japan. Number 1 would probably be the easy accessibility of snacks, drinks, and ice cream at 7-Eleven, Lawson Station, and Family Mart. Really appreciate those guys. Number 2 would be precision kitchen equipment. Japanese kitchen knives are a big deal. We really enjoy those. We go down to Kappabashi in Tokyo, which is also known as Kitchen Town, and we pick those up there every time we go. Bring them back for other people that can't get there and want to have that experience. So I go into different stores and pick them up. And number 3 would be skylines, the building variety, but also the Nissan variety.
There's so much to love about Japan, but hands down, what I love the most are the cat cafes. Just how passionate everybody is while they're in them, about them, talking about the cats, hanging around the cats. It's amazing, and it's kind of a dream come true.
Yes, Tiller. I'm going to a cat cafe. With my slippers and my sushi socks. I'm all ready.
Cherry blossom season in Tokyo is usually the last week of March, first week of April, plus or minus a couple of days every year. And if you're fortunate enough to make that fit your calendar, you're going to come home with some incredible photos. But there are great photographic opportunities all year long, even if there are no cherry blossoms. Let's take some photos at nighttime. We're out here in Shinjuku. It is blue hour. Actually, it is almost blue hour. According to Alpenglow, the app, blue hour begins at 5:04 p.m. until 5:15 p.m. So what's gonna happen is we have 11 minutes of blue hour. I'm gonna try to get as many great shots as I possibly can. One of them is behind me, and then one of them is gonna be a tripod shot of traffic with the trains and everything. Hopefully it works out with timing and everything, but we'll find out. Let's go. So I can actually kind of shoot this from right here. This looks pretty fantastic already. The amazing thing with this 24 to 70 2.8 is the way that it holds kind of highlights together like that. It actually does a really good job making it look as natural as possible and not giving you any crazy lens flares or anything that you just don't really want in your frame. I think we got that photo as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna head over here and I'm gonna steal my tripod from Tim's backpack. So this billboard up here is my favorite billboard in all of Japan. I don't know why, I just love dogs. Just pushing a shopping cart, it's awesome. I'm gonna steal this. Favorite billboard, prominent. Gonna go down to, what do we wanna do? 8-second exposure. I'm happy with that. And that's all for season 1. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much to Nikon for sending us out there in the world with their cameras and not really telling us what to do and being cool with it if we decided that we want to do a cooking show rather than a photography show. It really was a dream job, and we're so grateful that we got to do this with our lives. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully this has inspired you to see a few more places with your camera, hopefully a Nikon camera, and just keep taking photos of what's fun for you and populating your portfolio with what you want to be paid to create someday. And if you're creating that portfolio already, those companies and couples and people are going to come along that are going to hire you to create your dream job again. So I hope that you enjoyed this season, and drop a comment if you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll be back for season 2 and the world returns to normal. It's a bit of a strange place right now.